So it is time once again to dive into the world of Cross Duel, everyone's favourite gacha game, with a brand new update for the game. Of course, bring in a brand new ranked mode, raid duels, challenge duels, a brand new event, and of course, a bunch of brand new cards via the gacha. And we're finally getting an idea of how the game is going to work in terms of events, in terms of the overall structure, and I'm not really a fan. It seems a bit too samey at the moment, so we'll go through everything. First of all, of course, is the ranked mode is now on Season 3, I believe. So that's pretty cool. We got our gems. Then we've got the raid duel, and this has a new boss, finally, from soft launch. He wasn't here, in CAIUS, which is very cool because he deals in summoning out some big raid monsters with, up to 5,000 attack, and summoning a ton of them, got to kill them, and then also got to deal with your monsters becoming 0, which means you got to run things like immunity to attack and defense reduction, which is fine enough, and I think this one will be one of the most fun raid bosses for the standard ones at least, so it's cool finally that I've been playing since soft launch, that we've got a brand new raid boss, which is very, very cool. And I'll throw animation on screen now so you can see what he looks like. He's pretty cool. I love what they do this game. But now on to the big thing, the brand new event and the brand new gacha. So for the event, we have Alexis, Rhodes, and Cyrus coming to Cross Duel, and this is your standard, unlock event, right? There's two halves. You've got Alexis in the first half, Cyrus in the second half, and overall, it's the exact same as last time. I think they have made the EX stages a bit more easier, which is nice. But overall, you play this to get the characters and then to get the rewards, which, going to the bottom, is a profile icon of Cyberblade, which looks pretty cool, and then also of the game mat and the card sleeves, which Cross Duel does very well. I think that in terms of other, Yu-Gi-Oh games, there's no icons, they look pretty good. So overall, reward-wise, is kind of fine. There's submissions as well, which is, they've been changed in the last one to be a bit easier. So before, there wasn't as many gem ones, but the amount is still around the same, so it's not really changed too much, but they're just easy to complete, which is good, I guess. But that kind of brings me on to the issue of Cross Duel, is that this is the main form of event, right? For single player, it's the exact same. It's the stages, the battles, the story, and then EX stages, and nothing really else. And that's going to kind of carry on to the next event, which will be a Blue Eyes Armor Dragon raid event, which seems very cool. There's going to be multiple heads you've got to deal with, which is, the Severance Road event was so good. Like the concept was really good, but execution-wise and dealing with bots in PvP wasn't really that great. Now, hopefully, there's some changes, right, to make it a bit more viable for people to go in blind with random players, but until we see that in mid-November, we'll have to wait and see. Now, the big thing, of course, is the brand new cards in the gacha. And this time round, they're a bit divisive. So first off, we have a Legacy gacha, which is just the original gacha, basically, with all the original ultra rare cards, right? And it's going on for another month. And we have a ton of new cards, right? Cyberblader, who is, using a brand new skill called Energize, which basically is focusing on teleporting. So if you move to another zone, you gain attack and defense points, which is cool in concept, and she's got a decent skill, right? When she gains skills, and then when she's summoned, you can actually just switch control of a monster. So if you've got a monster in your opponent's attacking them directly, you can summon this out and then gain a bunch of stats. And she seems really, really fun. Now, there is some more cards for Archetype, right? We've got Cyber Tutu, who can just switch a monster. We've got Cyber Prima, who can select a monster, switch it, and then increase the attack points back. So if you're attacking someone directly, switch out with this, you get your monster back to your attack points, and then you can go in for some big damage. There's also Junk Destroyer, which is a really cool synchro that can remove back row and remove trap cards. Now, you might think, okay, Cross Duel traps aren't that great, but currently we have a anti-meta pick in the form of Red Eyes Burn, which plays a lot of traps, and so this does inadvertently kind of remove that from the game in a way if people were to start playing this. It also does kind of buff cohesion decks, which is like Z-Mail Tank, by being able to recur a monster whenever it shows a monster in battle, which it will be doing quite a bit, given you can put on it cohesion as well. So overall, it's a cool boss monster, but I think overall, the big thing is the brand new spell cards and support cards. So for me personally, Chimo is very good. She basically returns back to your hand at the end of the turn if there's cohesion on your field, which means Z-Mail Tank, you could summon this, bounce it back, and then keep getting a free cohesion trigger, which means that she's just going to be so good to get for that deck. Like incredibly good. Then we've also got some new spell and trap cards, right? And we've got Doppler Passe, which gives your monster stealth, which means if you trigger this on a Z-Metal tank, it's going right for the life points, they can't do anything about it, apart from I think a Mirror Force, which won't do anything anyway. So if you can get this with Email Tank, this is kind of crazy and will guarantee some OTKs. And of course, it makes things like Leviathan Dragon a bit better. So yeah, in general, a very good, very fun trap card. We've also got Assault Armor, which isn't that great. Gaga Clerk, which is cool for summoning out Gaga Magician or Gaga Girl. However, given you can't like exceed in the same turn, it's just summoning their body, but you would kind of do this for, again, Cohesion, because it gets you another monster on the board, another trigger. Geometry is kind of fun, with a new skill Explosion, which deals damage when destroyed, but they can be attributed, so it's a little bit rough there. But what I'm looking forward to personally is Firewall Guardian, because finally, it's a rare, it's a link arrow target, which we've been wanting for a while. And so if Konami keep doing this, keep giving us some rare support cards for older archetypes, right? That'll be very cool, and this now makes Firewall even more free-to-play friendly. Now we'll go over to crossthewinner.com, which is a site that I run along with Jade Hex, so if you haven't checked it out already, please do so, of course. We've got the full event details, the raid, all that kind of thing, all the rewards, and the big thing, of course, is the brand new cards. Now, we've got all of them in the database, you can build a deck with them, submit decks for Platinum 1, whatever, and another big thing today was the card balancing. So, Deco Talker, Linkuriboh have now been updated. Now, Linkuriboh is going to be so good because it now makes almost in the same lane, 0, when destroyed entirely by card effect or by battle. He is so good now, so I really want to play him. And we've got Giant Trunade in the game, which if you read it, is completely cracked. It is so cracked because most of the time, you're going to be battling with level 4 lower monsters. And so, this bouncing, potentially everything coming your way back, is such a big deal for people that were kind of complaining that there was no real way to defend yourself. It's kind of like a Wall of D, but in a different way. And so, I really like it. I think it might be a bit divisive if it does work the way we think it does. And so, we'll have to wait and see. There's also Miracle's Wake, which summons out 2 other monsters when you have a Quiche on your field, but has to be in a monster zone, so it can't be out in the middle of the zone, it has to be in your starting board. So you've got to summon monster that turn, and then summon them out, which means you've got to draw this turn 1 to make it really good with Email Tank, but even if not, if you've got other Quiche monsters on turn 3, turn 4, then this will be really good from the graveyard, right? So it wouldn't be good on turn 1 anyway, but still, this would be insane for that deck. Finally, they've got a good trap card they can use, and gives them a fighting chance on turn 3, turn 4, turn 5, when you might be lacking in Caster Summon in a pure Cohesion deck. So, overall, a good chunk of cards that we'll have to wait and see what happens, right? I think on the offset, people aren't looking too forward to the whole movement thing with the Alexis cards, which is fine. I think they might be a bit gimmicky. This one's probably the best one, I think, is Cyber Prima, just being a 1 tribute and can deal some big damage when you're like getting into their life points. And so we'll have to wait and see what kind of happens, right, with these new cards. But of course, you're not here for that, you're here for a gacha pull, so we'll do one of them because I've got enough gems for almost 2, but I only really want Firewall Guardian, personally, so we're probably not going to get it, which means I'll have to craft it. But I do want to save for the Blue Eyes on my Dragon banner because I am so excited to play that card, it looks really fun. Let's see, please, ultra rare, super rare. Actually, that's better, because if it wasn't Junk Destroyer, I wouldn't mind. That is awful. No new cards. None. Hello? New? We got Genesis Controller, which is cool, and we got a second Linkuriboh. I can't use you, buddy. I can't use you. That would have been great if it was a Deco Talker. I'd be ecstatic, but it's not. So you know what? Let's go and do another. Let's just finish it off. We'll use all our gems. It's fine. It's for the content. Let's see. Please, come on. Just like give me another super rare. That would be incredible. Oh, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. Okay, come on. Give me the Cheer Mole. That is the best card you could give me out of this. Nothing new. We've got the Miracle's Wake. Okay, cool. And I've already got you. I think at 3 slots as well, so I don't think I need any more Gaga Magician. But I guess a dupe is fine. I can craft a card I want, which is great. Oh, 2. Okay. Another one I've already got. Really? We've got a rate up, right? We've got a rate up on super rare cards, unless they've glitched it, right? Let's see. Details, right? for the, let's have a look. So there's a 1%, there's 3.5%, and then the super rares are buffed, right? Please tell me they're buffed, please. Yeah, they're buffed. So why didn't we see one of the new ones? We saw 3 old ones and 3 dupes. So I guess we can craft one we want, but like, that's so frustrating. I guess we'll go and craft the firewall, right? I guess we kind of have to. Let's go cards, let's go to the card catalog. Right, there we go, let's trade. Let's go and trade in a bunch of our trap cards, because it's kind of the best thing to do is don't trade in monsters because you can use them for raid slots. Trade in your spell and trap cards, so we want 4 of these. There we go. Give us our Firewall Guardian. We've now got our brand new Link Arrow target, which is very nice, and I've got enough to do 2 super rares, I believe, and 1 ultra. So I did want red eyes from before, but I'm kind of holding off now because of the arrival of the Junk Destroyer. We'll see how that goes. But I believe I did want to get... I could craft Deco Talker, right? I could craft Cheermole. I could craft these new generic spell and trap cards, right? Wall of D would be so big for me. But I'm going to leave it off there. Thanks for watching this quick Crossduel update. Again, go and check out crossduelmeta.com. Me and Jade put a lot of work into kind of updating and keeping all of you guys up to date on the news, the leaks, that kind of thing. So we might get a leak article up later today. We'll have to wait and see what that kind of is. I think it's just the Blue Eye stuff, so there probably isn't much to go on. But yeah, that is me done. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next Crossduel video. See you then.